Hello all, welcome back to Consciousness Rising. I've wanted to do a talk on this subject for a long time. I know other people have done some really good work in this area, but I want to kind of throw my sort of ideas together on this because I think it's a really, really important topic, because I think all of us at one stage in our life have been under the attack of these pathological individuals, and that's just the way it is. Hopefully within this sort of little rant that I'm going to do, I much prefer doing videos like this now. I was going to do this in a sort of a presentation, but I think I've got some notes next to me. I've written some basic points what I want to get across. I don't know, I just think this is nicer. It's quicker for me as well. Doing those presentations takes a lot of time, and I haven't really got the time to do that at the moment. So this is what you're going to get. So basically, psychic/energy vampire. This term's used a lot, and it does link to energy, just like everything does. Like I've talked about quantum physics and stuff like that. But this is the realm of psychology we're dealing with. We're dealing with pathological, damaged, not very nice individuals, and most of these people are just arseholes. They're everywhere. Unfortunately, in life, there's a lot of people who haven't dealt with their shadows, haven't done any kind of introspective work, and they project all their shit over everyone. And that's just the way it is, sadly. And when you sort of do a lot of shadow work and you do a lot of introspection, you might do your own therapy, you might do your own journey, you might do your own reading. You just come to the point, and really, most people are just fucking nuts, sadly. But this is just so energy vampire. What it basically is, it's a pathological individual who's basically feeding on your insecurities in a way, but not just your insecurities. They feed on your trauma. They're getting something out of putting you down. Sometimes that's sometimes part of it, but it's a big area. Most of these people are just arseholes. They're not necessarily psychopaths. I've done a video on that, and that's although psychopaths definitely are energy vampires. A big lot of people are energy vampires. You've got narcissists. You've got lots of just pathological, damaged individuals walking this planet that will take, and will leech on your energy, on your time, on your kindness. And that's just the way it is. So what I'm going to go through here, I've written a few things down. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, and this to me is the easiest way to identify one. Sit down, because they might be in your family. They might even be the closest people to you. That's just the way it is, because they're everywhere. So literally sit down, write a list maybe of all the people in your life, immediate family, all the people that come into your life on a day-to-day basis, and deeply think about how they make you feel. Very, very simple exercise this is. Do they make you feel tense and, oh my God, like, you see them, you see their name phoning you and you're like, oh jeez, I can't deal with it today. Information. Or are they fun to be around? Do they lift you up? Do they share deep conversations with you? Is the relationship balanced? Because energy vampire, these pathological people, they don't know how to have a balanced relationship because they're so screwed up inside. They just want to take. And often they'll gravitate to people of strength, but they won't gravitate to you if you've done the work. If you've done the shadow work and you understand yourself, they can't, because they're looking for weakness. All the time they're looking for weakness. Now, just sit with that list and meditate. Sort of not meditate, but sort of think of it and reflect it. Who lifts me up? Who brings me down? It's really, really, really simple, but it will give you information, because emotions and feelings are information at the end of the day. I've said they're your greatest friends and allies at times, and I really believe that. So I think that is a very, very powerful exercise to do. And you know what, guys? Maybe they're not good to be around, these people that bring you down and constantly make you feel like shit, make you feel inadequate, make you, constantly criticise you, for everything that you do, because they just want to take and leech on your energy. Get rid of them. I don't even care if they're family. Like, you get to a point in life where if you do a lot of this work, you just don't put up with it anymore, because this is all about boundaries. And I've written that, I've written a couple of things here. I've written that this is why shadow work really, really is important. It's so important, because you understand yourself on such a deep level that you know where your sort of repressed stuff is and your weaknesses, and when you've integrated it, you become a more whole being. So they can't prey on those weaknesses, because some of these people, they can sniff it out in you. It's weird, like, especially psychopaths. Again, though, I just want to reiterate, most people you meet in your life aren't psychopaths. They're just fucking idiots and arseholes. So yeah, the other thing I've written that's really important to have and develop is psychological boundaries. Now, I've covered that in psychological health tips. I think it was the first one I did was, no, it might have been take responsibility, because these people do not take responsibility for their actions. Develop really good psychological boundaries, and don't let anything in that harms you on an emotional or psychic level. Same as you wouldn't eat something that you're allergic to, would you? It's the same fucking deal. Okay, so, and it's okay to cut people out of your life. Who says you don't need anything from anyone? Everything that you need is found inside. And I've said that over and over again. Know thyself. Probably the greatest 2 words ever put together. So yeah, it's okay to cut people out of your life. They feed on trauma. If you're going through shit, they'll turn up, because it's like that drama is feeding them. So you have to cut off their food supply, because they fucking love drama. Like, who loves drama? Like, fucking, when you're going through a bad time, a good friend would be there for you. They wouldn't talk about your stuff with anyone else. These people don't know how to keep secrets either, or confidentiality with you. A good person would just be there for you because it's the right thing to do. They wouldn't be wanting to get something from your suffering. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about malignant, deviant people who enjoy your drama on a level. They make it appear that they're being your friend, but actually they're getting something out of it that's broken within them, maybe. Maybe they need to be the rescuer because they haven't done that introspective work, you see. So they do often feed on your trauma. Balancing relationships, I think I've covered that. So some of the things that I've sort of picked out as well is they play victim all the time. No accountability for what they've done or how they can change their situation, because as you know, we all can change our situations. Oh no, I'm broken, I can't do anything, and the world is a misery, everyone's fucked me over in my life, I have no power. Try being around that all day. They're very self-absorbed. It's all about them. I've had friends like this. I've had to cut them out. They're no longer my friends because I won't let it in anymore. Basically, these are insecure people. But if they dealt with their own shadow and shit, they wouldn't be like this. They dominate you. That's another thing they want to do. Anyone, literally anyone in your life that is trying to control you needs to go. I can't give any better advice than that, because that's black magic. We can only better and control the self. We don't have any right to control anyone else. That's natural law in a nutshell. Drama. They love drama, like I just said, and especially when you're going through shit, you'll notice they'll turn up. Oh, and if you don't know this shit, you'll be like, oh, aren't they nice for turning up? When you're not realising they're getting something from it. Not everyone's like this, by the way. I know this is dark, but there are nice people in the world as well. But there's a lot of broken people too. They criticise you. I think I touched on that. You can't do anything right. You're walking on eggshells. No matter what you do, they will criticise you. And they exploit your kindness. Happens a lot. It's happened to me a lot because I was always very empathic and sensitive, but I've been preyed upon because of that. No longer. That shit stops. And that's an act of self-love. And I think that's it in a nutshell, really, with these individuals. Please don't get me wrong, most people you meet, like I said, are not psychopaths. I've done that. That's a separate consciousness from what we're talking about there. I don't even, that's a different road to go down. Most of these people are everyday arseholes. Your boss at work, your mother-in-law or your father-in-law or your cousin or just someone that you get a friendship with, and then they turn out to be a complete fucking jerk. And that's what it is. They're draining you of energy. And sit and do that exercise. Who lifts me up, who brings me down. And maybe those people that bring you down, you need to put more boundaries in with them, maybe. Or maybe they're not good to be around anymore. Take care, guys.